The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the bonus show. As promised, this will be an abbreviated bonus show. We had Monday off for the federal holiday, and then Farron Cousins guest hosting Tuesday, Wednesday. A lot of catch-up crammed into the end of the week, so it will be a slightly abbreviated bonus show. But I did want to tell people about what I was doing. I was down back in the southern tip of Florida in the Fort Lauderdale and Miami area. And I was there for a sort of a media cryptocurrency meeting of the minds, I guess you would say. This wasn't like
not a
conference of sorts, but it was just a gathering of people who are in media, particularly independent media, starting to incorporate cryptocurrency as a funding source. And of course, we're accepting cryptocurrency at davidpakman.com/cryptocurrency. We're also on the Steemit platform, which is a cryptocurrency-based token platform. And it was very, very interesting. I mean, what's clear is if I had like a big picture message from the meeting, it's that interest in the crypto space has increased significantly, but understanding of it, at least among most media types, is still low. So people are trying to, they know that it's something to look at, but they're not yet really sure like how and the details of it.
That's probably why this wasn't a conference at a big convention center with a whole bunch of names that we'd all recognize.
Right.
It seems like a much smaller thing.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of, you know, I don't know what the future is of Bitcoin or of any particular cryptocurrency. I'm more confident that cryptocurrencies in general aren't going away and they're going to have some role to play. So my big thing was telling people I think that diversification in general is good, because if crypto blows up, then you're sort of exposed to the upside. And if it doesn't, and it just kind of putters around, why not have more payment methods or ways that people can fund what you're doing? I mean, to sort of like sum up my position, that's basically it. It's kind of like the people who don't really believe in God, but they say, just in case I'll say a few prayers, because if that's what it takes to get into heaven, why would I want to miss out on that? It's relatively light lifting.
It's like, what's the downside?
What's the downside?
If you're
exactly
wrong,
right.
it's still okay.
If you're wrong, it's still okay, other than wasting time, I guess. So that's kind of the big picture. And, you know, this was in the region where there was recently a shooting. This was very close to Parkland, Florida, and where we recently had the shooting. And I happened to be there's a part of southern Miami Beach, right around like 2nd or 3rd Street, I believe, that has a Marjorie Stoneham Douglas like park or plaza or something like that, which is the same name as the school in Parkland, Florida. I still don't know who Marjorie Stoneham Douglas was.
Right.
But it seems at some point someone should figure that out. And by someone, I mean me, because I'm sure people know. I just don't know who that is.
Could just be some rich person or someone who did a lot of philanthropic work, but
I assume
I'm
it's
sure
more than
we're going to
that.
be told that this is a very significant person that, of course, we should know.
I hope it's not someone related to the Confederacy, because it is Florida and you just never know. But I think it's probably more than a philanthropist.
Well, yeah. I don't think it would be South Florida, though.
No.
But maybe. I mean, like, maybe they would, in like the 1900s,
they decided that would be a spot. Yeah. In any case, I do like it down there. I'm generally not like a big Florida person, in the sense that most of Florida is pretty retrograde right wing, and you know, great weather and all that stuff, but a lot of Florida is pretty retrograde right wing. I actually like that down in the Miami area you've got much more of like a multicultural plus hipster plus Hispanic vibe with all my Lyft drivers, which I use exclusively now. Is it better than Uber? I think so, but I don't really know. With all my Lyft drivers, I just directly speak to them in Spanish down there, because they all speak Spanish, with the exception of like one Haitian guy that I had. The food is great. The weather is good. Nice beaches and all of that stuff. So really, I like it down there.
Yeah, I mean, I suspected that this cryptocurrency meeting was just a cover for you to escape Boston in the winter.
Oh, absolutely. But then I got screwed because it ended up being warm here.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees while you were gone. You missed out.
Which is odd, but still welcome in Massachusetts in February.
It happens.
But it's not the best thing from a climate change perspective, because when it's 71 one day in Boston in February, and then the next day it's about to snow.
35 and it's going to sleet.
You know something is wrong.
Yeah, something is wrong.
I guess that's all I've really
So,
got. And,
because cryptocurrency is a new realm, we're all still learning about it. Was
Yeah.
there any big takeaway from this conference? Some big thing that you learned that you didn't know before going into it?
nothing that I didn't know, but I guess like there is growing skepticism of Bitcoin specifically as the sort of tethered or the anchor cryptocurrency. For a while, there was this idea that Bitcoin will become kind of like the equivalent of the US dollar in the crypto space. And then that would be sort of like your stable asset, and then
Right.
everything else would go around that. And some people still think that, but it's increasingly seeming, especially with the volatility in Bitcoin, doesn't really seem to be slowing down
Yeah,
that
it's been
much.
up and down.
It's not clear that that's actually going to be the case, that it might be, there might not be one anchor, or that there might be an anchor that's not Bitcoin, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And what else? A lot of interest in, well, one big thing that's discussed is that a lot of shows like ours, we use either or both PayPal and Stripe to process payments for like membership, that memberships we sell. And there's a lot of discussion of crypto integrations for PayPal and Stripe, so that someone could go to our website and select pay with crypto and type in their wallet address for their Bitcoin wallet, and then Stripe or PayPal would automatically just convert that to US dollars and pay us. And the technology is not quite there for recurring payments like memberships.
Yeah.
People can make one-time donations through crypto. I don't know if people really care about this. I mean, it was like very, very, not wonky, but sort of like niche. Yeah, niche. But interesting stuff. I mean, the fact that there's even an awareness that media people should meet and talk about this in and of itself is kind of like telling us a lot about, you know.
If there's like an emerging market, you want to be in on it first, too.
Yeah, and I think independent media is well positioned for that because we're way more nimble than some legacy media. So anyway, that's what I did, and I didn't have no real plane. I did have a kid sitting behind
kid?
me. No, I didn't have a kid.
Oh, okay.
I had a
That would be
kid sitting
big
behind
news.
me on the way down there. I had to connect in Philadelphia because of the timing of the flights. I didn't get a nonstop down there. And on the first of two flights to Philadelphia from Boston, there was one screaming kid on the plane, happened to be sitting right behind me, and also the mom put down the tray table, which allowed the kid to just smack the tray table for the entire 58-minute flight to Philadelphia, shaking my seat. And I did the half turn and the full turn with the eye roll, to quote Seinfeld, and none of it worked. So
I always go with the classic, could you not? I just leave it at that.
I didn't do that one. I didn't do that one, but anyway, no major flight delays or anything to speak of, and I did not.
You like that one?
I didn't yell at anybody on anything. So we'll be back Monday, regular schedule next week.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.